Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. The prime suspect who stabbed Saif Ali Khan 6 times at his residence has now been identified by the Mumbai police. According to sources, the location of the suspect has also been traced. Meanwhile, an FIR has been filed by Saif's household help, who also sustained injuries. According to sources in a statement to the police, the household help shared what transpired. The housemaid said she saw a shadow near the bathroom late at night and thought that Kareena Kapoor might have come to see her younger son. But later she became suspicious. On approaching it, a 35 to 40-year-old unknown person suddenly attacked the help and brandished a sharp weapon, asking her to keep quiet. Meanwhile, due to the commotion, another maid also came. The accused was asked what he wanted and he demanded 1 crore rupees. Saif Ali Khan, who lives on the upper floor of the duplex, then came down, then saw a scuffle between the unknown intruder and the domestic help. He intervened. It was during this time that Saif Ali Khan was stabbed 6 times. According to sources, the domestic help then locked the intruder in another room and dialed Saif Ali Khan's son Ibrahim for help. Saif was then taken to Lilavati Hospital in an auto rickshaw. The FIR details the police statements over the course of the day have helped us piece together how exactly the accused entered and escaped as well. Let's take a quick look, in fact, at the entire sequence of events that transpired. Now, in fact, how did the accused enter the residence? Well, we are learning that the accused, who you can see over here pictured in this grab that has been captured from a CCTV camera in the building where this assault took place, reached the fire exit. Could we please go to the first slide? Let's quickly go to the first slide if we can. Let's start this afresh. So the accused reached the fire exit through the staircase at the back of the building reportedly. He entered, it is said, through the fire exit. That was the route he used to enter Saif's home, then through an open emergency fire exit. In fact, if we quickly now go to the next slide, the CCTV of the intruder coming up and leaving has also now been accessed to corroborate this theory. Meanwhile, the intruder entered Jay's room first, that is Saif Ali Khan's younger son, and that is when Eliama Philip, the 56-year-old nurse and house help of Saif Ali Khan, first spotted the intruder. She saw a shadow near the bathroom. It is reported that she first thought it was Kareena Kapoor, and then of course she went closer, but then realized it wasn't her and it was an unknown person, it was an intruder. She then of course saw a man in his 30s and he had entered the room. The attacker was armed with a stick and a sharp blade, it is said. Also, he held the domestic help and also demanded 1 crore rupees from the domestic help of Saif Ali Khan. On resisting, the accused assaulted her and also caused injuries reportedly to her hand as well. The commotion then woke up the nanny, who raised an alarm. Post this, of course, Saif Ali Khan was also woken up. He entered Jay's room and got into a scuffle with the intruder. Saif sustained cuts on his neck, shoulder, back and wrist as a result of an attack on him by this individual who had come in. Another staff, Geeta, also got injured when she was trying to intervene. And a sharp weapon broke and got stuck in Saif's body as well as a result of this commotion and as a result of the scuffle that he had. All 5 managed to lock the intruder then in a different room. After he was of course overpowered, the intruder though managed to escape after Saif was seriously injured, and the intruder escaped using the staircase from the back of the building, and that is when of course this a visual has been taken. The CCTV captured the accused exiting at about 2:33 a.m. Ibrahim and Saif Ali Khan then rushed to Saif's residence. They were alerted by the household help. Ibrahim came up and took Saif to the hospital, of course, in an auto. No driver was present at the time, which is why obviously acting very, very quickly in an auto, Saif was rushed to hospital. No one present knew how to drive an automatic vehicle, obviously, which is why, of course, the fastest thing to do was to leave in an auto. He was taken to the hospital in a hurry by his son. And that is, of course, now the sequence of events that is, of course, being pieced together by the Mumbai police. Daryl Miranda, my colleague, is in fact joining us live on the broadcast. Daryl Miranda, clearly, of course, these are the sequence of events about how the intruder entered the residence and escaped. Just talk us through whether this has now been corroborated by the Mumbai police, that the accused left from the back entrance, the back staircase where he's been pictured on the CCTV camera. Also, he entered from the fire escape of the building. Is that correct, Dara?
Today we can see there are various angles now coming in this whole matter. As you mentioned, that the accused in this whole incident came in from the back gate, which is the fire exit gate, and also left from the same spot. You can see in the CCTV footage that he used the staircase to flee from the spot. But the Mumbai police is not giving any confirmation on this yet, because since it's a part of the investigation and the process is ongoing, the Mumbai police is not speaking much about it. The Grand City of Law and Order police also has arrived here at the Bandra police station, where I am now currently present, and is having a meeting of the whole incident with the DCP of Zone and Dixit Geda. So yes, the police is not, you can say, disclosing any facts about this whole incident. What they are saying is that we have identified the whole accused in this whole matter, and they will be soon taken into custody, because there are various teams who have departed from Mumbai. Around 10 teams have gone to nab this accused in this whole incident which took place. But officially, we can say that the Mumbai police is not giving any official statement or commenting on this whole incident. Apart from that, talking about Saif Ali Khan's health update, the doctor has said that his health condition is stable. Right now, he is under observation by the medical staff at the Lilavati hospital. His family is present over there outside the hospital. And speaking about the investigation which is been done by the Mumbai police and the crime branch, the police and both the crime branch officers are denying to give any comment, or we can say any statement on this whole incident today.
Absolutely. Has the main accused been nabbed? Reportedly, the Mumbai police has dispatched various teams to nab him. They've traced his location as well. Daryl, can you hear me? Daryl, I'm trying to ask you about the main accused. Has he been tracked down?
Uday, the Mumbai police have said that the Dixit Geda, the DCP, has said that they have traced the accused, and the location has been traced of the main accused in this whole incident. And Mumbai police have made 10 teams who will now take arrest of this accused. But the details about the accused is not being shared yet by the Mumbai police. But the DCP has said that we have traced the accused in this whole incident. His location is being traced, after which 10 teams have been formed and have left Mumbai to take to arrest him. But as of now, he's not yet been arrested. He's still absconding in this whole case, and the further investigations are going on there.
Absolutely. In fact, R.K. Singh, Supreme Court lawyer, is also joining us now live. R.K. Singh, the Mumbai police, of course, is tracking down the main accused. The motive, though, still remains quite unclear.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Uday, at the onset, I must tell you one thing, and to the comfort of your viewers, that crime, big cities are not immune to crime. I mean, it's as natural as crime in any other city. But in big cities, when celebrities become a victim of any crime, it causes alarm to the common citizen. Because these celebrities, they have means and methods to protect themselves, and they live in a very secured conditions and houses, and move in a very guarded way. Now, secondly, coming back to the sequence of this incident, I was listening to the sequence of incident you were narrating. Certainly, the sequence of incident which has happened yesterday, that leaves too many questions unanswered. Because crime in real life is something entirely different from crime in cinema. So here is the sequence which has come to the notice of public at large. And as a lawyer, when I'm trying to piece the sequence of events together, there are many holes which is coming up. And I really do not know, because I'm not privy to any kind of classified information, and nor anybody else. Because the story which the Mumbai police is feeding to the people is the only evidence or story we have. Otherwise, No version has come out from the family of Saif or any other person who is entitled from his family to make a statement. Now, see the incident. It's a very interesting one. India's top leading actor house is being breached. There is apparently no clue of any CCTV whereby one can ascertain that the entry has happened. Saif is a reasonably well-built man, a fit man, what we can see through the media and the news reports. That man enters into the house. He took the staff in ransom, hostage, and asked for a ransom, that too from a staff. That lady starts making noise. Saif comes. A scuffle broke out. And that average looking man whose picture is being released to the media, he stabs Saif 6 times, and one stab is so fatal that it could have killed him. And then he sneaked away. And after 7-8 hours, a picture is released. So this is the sequence of the incident. So I am not in a position as of now to believe this story outrightly, but there are certain things which is coming to my mind. I am sure you must also acknowledge it. That crime of any nature, whenever it happens in the Bollywood, whether it's a Divya Bharti or Sushant Singh murder case or one actor being accidentally shot early in the morning while cleaning his revolver, it largely remains unsolved or it's botched up. So that is one thing which is, as a citizen, it's disturbing me, and as a lawyer, it's not very convincing for me. Jay, please.
Okay, let me quickly join Ranjan Dwivedi as well, former DG UP Police. Ranjan Dwivedi, the Mumbai Police, obviously now the onus on them to crack this case as soon as possible, to figure out the motive. So far, one accused has been captured on CCTV cameras. We still don't know whether he acted alone or whether there were more associates, accomplices with him. Was this a premeditated crime? Was a recce done of Saif Ali Khan's residence? Was there an inside hand? How did he manage entry so easily into a high-rise building, into a high-profile high-rise building? These are all big questions that will have to be answered by the police, Ranjan Dwivedi.
Yeah, Uday, thank you very much. You see, the preliminary information we are getting, and police also would ordinarily release only very obvious things that people might know. Any important clue they get, they will not put it in the public domain as yet. Now, having said that, a couple of things appear to be prima facie, appear to be happening. One is that it doesn't look like a very simple affair. Although the police is saying it's a burglary, or the maid is saying it's the chap demanded ransom. Now there could be various angles to it, and those angles at this point in time, since it's against people or concerns people, it's difficult to really amplify them and say them specifically on the TV. But I'm sure police is also looking at all the various angles that could be there in the case. Now, this has been said by everybody till now, that for a high profile person like Mr. Saif Ali Khan, how could the security be so lax? I mean, there must have been 3-4 levels of security around his house. As soon as you enter, in all the corridors, all the staircases, all the elevators, and so on. So for someone to breach that, it gives a very important pointer to the police to guide people to change the SOPs they have, these high-profile people or rich people they have for their own personal security at home or in the offices. Now, if this person had come prepared and he was really a professional, he would have at least bothered to get a cap with him. And you see, if you cover your face, then obviously the CCTV footage will make the guards very suspicious, and they'll probably obviously go and arrest him. But what prevented him from getting a cap, which he could have worn, and that would not have really alarmed the guards had they seen him? So, it's really peculiar. It could just be a novice who thought maybe if he goes there, there would be a lot of cash lying around there. And these things happen sometimes. A one-time criminal, he thinks he's smart, he's a small chap. If you see the criminal that's being shown on the TV.
Yes.
he doesn't look like a very Khunkar kind of a chap. He looks a very simple guy.
And the brazenness with which he's escaping as well, not in a hurry to sprint down the staircase, walking down, he's looking in the camera, he's not covering, he has a scarf, but he's not covering, his face by a scarf as well.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. You see, he knows that if he covers the face, then obviously it will startle all the guards. I mean, why is the guy covering? But at the same time, if he was really a professional and who's used to doing these things, he would have got a cap along. A cap serves half the purpose of a mask, to cover your face, your eyes, and not look around with the TV camera. So it's a little peculiar, and it's only when the case is worked out, the person is apprehended. And people are saying that so much time has gone by, he's not been caught. Obviously, if somebody commits a crime, he's not going to hang around there for the police to come and track him. He could have taken a train and gone wherever. But the news that we get is that police are on his heels, and they'll probably arrest him. And sometimes you arrest an accused, but do not announce it, so that the accomplices do not get to know of it and disappear or run away or do whatever. So it's a black box right now, and I'm sure with the kind of footage that you have, the clear picture you have, we'll be able to get to the right individual. And right individual, I say, because that's extremely important. Unless you're absolutely sure and you make it to the people that beyond doubt, this is the guy who's done it, then, there are all kind of conspiracy theories, criminal theories, everything will hang around the whole incident. And it's only a clear, good evidenced arrest that's going to settle that.
Yes. Now, we are learning, Tanuj Dixit, that reportedly had a sharp object, with which he was threatening the domestic help of Saif Ali Khan. Those are details that we managed to access through our sources. Reportedly demanded 1 crore rupees from them. There was a scuffle as well with them, in which some of them got injured. Obviously, Saif intervened. He was obviously guarding his younger son, the room of which this individual was trying to enter, Jay, in his house. That is when, of course, this this stabbing happened. Reportedly, of course, it's still unclear how the individual managed to gain entry into their house, although it is being speculated that he entered through the fire escape. Now, those are all loopholes that obviously we're going to have to look at, because clearly security lapses have taken place on the part of Mumbai police and on the part of the building security as well, for this individual to enter and flee in the manner without being apprehended.
Thanks for having me today, Uday. See, first of all, there are many questions which are being relaying over here, that an intruder that have entered to the Saif Ali Khan house, where he is residing in the most posh and the safest area of the Mumbai Bandra. So see, Bandra is almost safe, but now from the previous dates and the previous incident, like the shooting outside the Salman Khan house, the Baba Siddiqui murder case, now this is the intruder have stabbed Saif Ali Khan for the more than 6 times. Like, seriously, this is a question that how these things are being happening in the financial capital of the India. Like, what is about the law and the orders? Hence, we have come to know about that the police have been registered in first information report under the section of the Bharati Nyaya Sanhita, section 311 and 312, as well as under the 331 subclause 4, 6 and 7. So basically, this is all about the dakati. It's all about the theft. It's all about the grievous hurt. But how this could have been happened in this the capital safest, financial capital safest zone, safest area? And this is also the question that where the celebrities are living, and the celebrities are already covered by this their own personal securities officials, as well as they have their own personal bodyguards and everything. Still they have what happened today is really not only stunt to the city Mumbai as well as the country. Yes, Uday.
Let me get in Dr. Vivek Gupta as well now onto the broadcast. Dr. Vivek Gupta, as far as, of course, now the latest health update of Saif Ali Khan is concerned, obviously he is out of danger. That was the medical statement that we got earlier today. But what is now the road to recovery ahead for him?
This is a very, first of all, this is very disturbing, as we all have been talking since the time it has happened. And as a doctor, I can understand that these stab wounds can be actually really fatal, and sometimes the person or patient who reaches hospital is not in a condition where the things can be salvaged. So we are thankful to God Almighty that he's recovered completely as far as surgical part is concerned. You see, these stab wounds can be really dangerous. In fact, they can kill the patient or person instantly if the stab goes directly into the heart. Being a cardiologist in a full hospital, we have seen sometimes such patients coming up, and if the stab goes directly and perforate the heart, there's no way anybody can survive even few minutes inside the home. So we were lucky that the stab, which were close, one of them which was dangerous, was close to spine but not near the heart, because the thorax, the shield which is there in front of the heart is the thoracic part of the front of the chest, where normally the such stabs they cannot enter, but they can still enter through the intercostal spaces. And intercostal spaces, that means between the two ribs in front, and the sharp object which can be perforating and penetrating or puncture can really pierce the heart immediately or the aorta. So as far as recovery is concerned, so we are very lucky in that way that Saif Ali Khan is survived those wounds which happened to 7 wounds. 5 were not dangerous, 2 were dangerous, and that is why he required a surgical intervention. The other most important cause of death in such cases is actually bleeding inside, and which cannot be controlled completely because it always takes some time, few minutes or sometime an hour or half an hour for the person or the patient to reach hospital, and where the immediate attention will still take another 10 to 15 minutes. Giving the blood pressure goes down immediately, and the things have not happened. I was just trying to tell you that these things have to be really avoided. That's why I was telling the medical part that these things can be really dangerous. As far as the road to recovery is concerned, if there is no major viscera which has been affected, because there is no other than heart, there's a lung, and then of course there are few arteries and veins which are there. If there is no major impact to the lung, that means there is no collapse of the lung. The X-ray shows fine. The HRCT test also shows fine, and there is no injury to any blood vessel which is nearby. Then of course the recovery will not be more than 5 to 7 days. If there has been some injury and which has been taken care surgically by the surgical team, which we don't know completely, we don't have the complete medical report. If there has been injury to the viscera or to the area of the lung or somewhere, it's fine, which has been treated and surgically treated, then the road to recovery can be more than 2 weeks, so 1 to 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending upon what kind of surgery has been taken place. The most intriguing part of this whole system is that we all, as a lawyer, as a person, I'm a doctor, so but we are civilians. That how this happened, and we have to really prevent such attacks happening
Yes.
inside the house in a
Yes.
safest place. So it's very intriguing and very disturbing. Actually, we all are unsafe inside the
Dr.
house. I
Vivek
live in
Gupta,
Delhi,
now what will be very crucial is the statement as well that Saif Ali Khan will give to the Mumbai police. Normally, and how much time will he be medically cleared to give that?
sorry, what's the
In how
question?
much time can the medical statement, can the medical clearance be given to record Saif Ali Khan's statement by the police?
I think if he's fully conscious, it will be within few hours. He will be able to speak 100%. He can, because his statement is very important for the overall case. So I think within few hours he must be out of general anesthesia, because the general anesthesia does not last for more than a few hours, 2-3 hours. If he's out, and I think by next morning, anybody who is even seriously injured, unless he has a brain injury, is ready to give any statement in this case. There is no brain injury involved. We all know at least. So I think within few hours he should be able to give a statement, depending upon the family wish. And I think by tomorrow morning we should be able to give it. From medical part, it can be given unless there is some other reason not
All
to
right,
give
we're
it.
getting some more breaking news now coming in this hour. NewsX has accessed the FIR copy filed in the Saif Ali Khan case. We can see it there on our screens. Daryl Miranda is joining us for more details on this story. Daryl, just take us through the latest details from the FIR that we've managed to access exclusively. I think we've lost that connection with Daryl there, but this is the FIR copy that NewsX has managed to access. This is the FIR that has been filed in the Saif Ali Khan assault incident. This is the FIR copy that we've accessed. You can see on your screen. Siddharth is joining us for more details on this story. Siddharth Rege, what is the latest you can share with us? Just take us through what has been written by the Mumbai police in this FIR.
The FIR copy that we've accessed is in Marathi. It's obviously been filed by Eliama Philip, who's the house help or the domestic help. She says that she's been working with Saif Ali Khan for the past 4 years. And Saif Ali Khan, if I read what it says, Saif Ali Khan yacha parivar 11वा माळावर 12वा माळावर राहतात आहे, which means that she's saying that Saif Ali Khan and his family have been living here on the 11th and the 12th floor. 11व्या माळ्यावर 3 कम असून त्यातील एका रूम 3 रूम असून she says that there are 3 rooms on the 11th floor and is the one room that she mentions where sir and Kareena ma'am stay. That is the room. Then she says that there's a second room where Taimur is staying and Taimur तसंच तैमूरच्या रूम मध्ये तैमूरची देखभाल करण्याकरता गीता nurse आहे. So she's saying that in Taimur's room there's a nurse Geeta who was with him. तिसऱ्या रूम मध्ये जय बाबा राव्यास आहे असून त्यातील देखभाल मी आणि जुनू करत होती, which means that in the room which is the third room was Jay and with him were herself and Junu, who's another nurse as well. That is when on the 11th floor where this room exists, she spotted around 2 a.m. this accused, the intruder that we've seen in the particular CCTV video that's been accessed, and that is when the first spotting of the accused happened.
Absolutely. And of course, Siddharth, reportedly, she's also, of course, spoken about how, she first thought it was a shadow. Later, the accused, had a sharp object. He threatened her. He threatened another household help as well. He reportedly was demanding 1 crore rupees. There was a scuffle in which multiple, in fact, a couple of maids as well got injured, and obviously Saif was grievously injured.
Absolutely. She further goes on to say in this FIR that तेव्हा मला करीना मॅम जय बाबा भेटण्यास आल्या असं वाटलं, परंतु कोणीतरी चुकीचं होतं असं, which means that she's saying that she thought that it was Kareena who was going to enter the room, but that is when she saw this man who looked like someone who was in his 30s, and then that is when she peeked and she saw this shadow, this man appear from the shadow that was towards the bathroom, and that is after which the man came up to her. He demanded 1 crore in ransom, to which she resisted, and after which this entire episode started. She does say that she's faced a few minor injuries, and the man also has been recorded as saying that कोई आवाज नहीं और कोई बाहर भी नहीं जाएगा to the woman. So in that room, obviously you have Jay who's asleep, then you have 2 nurses who are with him, and this man tells her that you are not supposed to say anything and you're not going to be leaving the room as well. That is when Saif, who's obviously on the 12th floor along with Kareena, comes down, and that is when the scuffle happens.
Okay, that's when the scuffle, of course, happens, in which obviously Saif Ali Khan got grievously injured, but then they did manage to overpower the accused a bit. Is there anything written about how they managed to lock him in another room, but he managed to escape from that, which is when I think they tried to call then Saif Ali Khan's son Ibrahim to come for help, which is when he arrives and takes Saif away to hospital in an auto. Meanwhile, the accused flees from the staircase, as we've seen in the visuals, Siddharth.
Mentions that when she made screamed in pain, that's when her voice was heard by 3 people in the staff room. So this is something that we haven't learned so far. So there's Ramesh, Hari, Ramu and Paswan, who were apparently sleeping in the staff room. They heard it. त्याच्यासह आम्ही पुन्हा रूमकडे गेलो असता रूमचा दरवाजा उघडा होता, which means when after the scuffle, when you're talking about the time when Saif is already injured, and obviously there's been screaming that's happened. After this, you had Ramesh, Hari, Ramu and Paswan exit from the staff room, and that's when they went to the room and they saw that this man had left. But very interesting details beyond this, Uday, as well. She has very categorically described this man who obviously was the attacker. She says that he was between 35 to 40 years, was Savra, was about 5 foot 5 inch, and obviously we saw in the CCTV visuals as well, they're describing the man as someone who's wearing a black t-shirt and black jeans.
Absolutely. And of course, a description of him is there as well in this FIR. And what does it say then further, Siddharth?
Final paragraph, Uday, she says that तरी आज दिनांक 16 2 वाजता सुमारास मी सैफ सरांचा व करीना मॅडमचा लहान मुलगा जय बाबा 4 वर्ष त्याचा आयु झुनू who is obviously in the room as well, 30 वर्ष, who is 30 years old, and she has just summed up the incident as those 3 who were there in the room who were sleeping, and after which this man came in with a stick and a sharp object when he obviously made advances towards her first and then tried to demand 1 crore in ransom.
Absolutely. So talks of course about that 1 crore ransom demand as well that this accused had asked them for before of course he was confronted. He threatened them as well and you know, these are meanwhile live visuals also coming in of Saif Ali Khan, Saif Ali Khan's daughter. She has once again reached the Leelavati hospital there in Mumbai. That's Ibrahim Ali Khan as well, Saif's son. They have just reached the Leelavati hospital again in the evening hours to check on their father. So these are of course the visuals coming in of Saif Ali Khan and Ibrahim Ali Khan, Saif Ali Khan's children, who have now reached the hospital. Any further details, Siddharth, that you can share with us? Okay, I think we've lost Siddharth there. So those are the exclusive contents from this FIR that NewsX has managed to access. Clearly the testimony piecing together what really took place in the residence of Saif Ali Khan. Now of course the hunt on to nab that main accused as soon as possible. His identity has been revealed. It's very clear of course that he was the main accused who escaped from Saif's residence using the staircase. Let's slip into a short break on that note. My thanks to our guests as well for joining us.